Alright. So I think you guys probably saw my video on my entertainment channel. Honestly, the way that they're butchering history is beyond appalling. Because it's one thing when you don't know a historical event and you have like a wrong interpretation of it, but it's another thing when you know the historical event and you're purposefully lying to people. So, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, there's the scene where the Nazi officer captures the heroes, and the black guy, who's a British person, tells the Nazi officer, "Oh, I know where you're from. You're from this place, and my people have captured this place that married your women." Now, when you look at the historical account, it's actually called, what was it? Let me, hold on a minute. See if I can bring up. Yes, it's called, like, Google the Black Horror on the Rhine. Okay? Like, the French used their colonial army and they occupied the Rhine. And then the Germans were pointing out that there's being a lot of war crimes committed there. And of course, the Allies, because that's what you get when you have two nations pointing fingers at each other. Like, you're going to have different accounts. So the Allies are saying, like, no, like, there were war crimes, but they're being exaggerated. It's like not to that level. I mean, yes, there have been a couple of rapes and murders and mutilations, but it's not to the scale that the Germans are saying, right? So when the developers say it's like, we married your women, he is referring to that smaller scale. So it kind of makes the Nazi officer, I suppose, the victim. Like, why would you bring that up, right? Like, why would you say that to another person? Like, it's obviously not the character that did the war crimes, but he delights in them. Like, he's happy that they happened, and he's telling it to the officer. It's like, yes, people that look like me did that to you, mwahaha. And it seems vengeful, I suppose. Not even, no, vengeful isn't the word. Sadistic is the word, yeah. So like, I don't know why the developers even wanted to touch that subject. Like, why did they want to include that? It's just so bizarre. But anyway, let me turn the chat on my phone and then we can play the game. If you guys can share the stream to your friends, I would appreciate it. All right, give me a second. My phone is barking back at me. I think I found it. All right, the live stream. Here we go. Yes, Call of Duty Vanguard. 19 people watching. All right. Where should I put the phone? I think if I can make the phone sit here. Good. Yeah. The Germans shouldn't have been there to begin with. Well, okay. The thing that I'm trying to talk about is that in war, you have war crimes. Like, I'm not denying the fact that the Germans also committed war crimes in the First World War, so we're not talking about the second. The German army also raped civilians, and I mean, I don't think there is a case in the history of humanity where you have a clean war. Like, in all wars, you're going to have atrocities, right? But the problem is, like, you have a character who's bragging about those atrocities, and you're supposed to be sympathetic with that character. Like, he's actually happy that those atrocities happened. And this is, like, decades before World War II. So, why would he bring it up? And why would he frame it in a way it's like, oh, yes, we were marrying your women? That is so disgusting. I don't know. It's bad. It's kind of like... the rape of Berlin. Like, when the communists got into Berlin, they also did the same. Like, they raped women there. And imagine, like, a Russian going to a German and say, yes, our Red Army married your women. It's like, okay, but that's not what happened. So it's a very interesting historical observation. You're woke washing it, I suppose, is the word. Okay, where's the game? So it's Call of Duty. I haven't played it since, so I don't know where the shortcut is. But I think... oh, okay, I know. I have to open the BattleNet thingy. I really hate the fact that Blizzard like has another app. Like you need to install BattleNet. Why couldn't they put their games on Steam as normal people? Greedy, greedy little people. Once the US military is diverse, no more war crimes. No, like war crimes, like they don't need to be of different race to be considered war crimes. I mean, the French did it to the Germans, and I'm pretty sure the Germans did it to some extent to the French. It's not tied by race. You even have war crimes in a civil war. I mean, it's the same people, the same ethnicity. It's just like people with power, you know, people that are being given guns and they're told to murder other people. Their morality starts to wane. And I mean, I don't know how it's like. Obviously, not all soldiers do it, but if you have the ability to take other people's lives and you become a killer, maybe like other crimes don't seem like big deal to you anymore. You feel like you can do anything to other humans, which is why war is probably one of the worst things mankind has created. I mean, put on the headphones. I think this might be it. Yeah. I hope the sound is good. Well, it's also like the dehumanizing the enemy, right? Because it's an aspect of warfare. Every nation that's at war is going to demonize the enemy through propaganda in order to make it more easy for the soldiers to take an enemy soldier's life. And you also have the actual grievances, like for example the Soviets, right? They had the Germans go into Russia and they probably lost their friends, they lost their families, like their entire homes were destroyed. So adding the propaganda and the fact that I suppose they would see all of their brothers in arms getting killed. Yeah, I mean, you have no respect. You don't see them as human beings. So it's no wonder that the rape of Berlin happened. It's not justifiable, but at the same time, I shouldn't use modern morality like me sitting in an armchair and look at it and say, oh, well, if I was there, I would have stopped that from happening. It's like, well, I mean, if you're a soldier and you see other soldiers doing bad shit, yeah, I guess you have to speak out, but in reality, it's more complicated than that. Alright, let's continue the campaign. Operation Tonga. Still playing on the hardest mode.
If you're meant to lead, you have to learn what it's like to lose men. To have them die trusting you. And there's only one way to learn that lesson. First time I did was on D-Day.
So, I don't think the United States, and I mentioned this before, they didn't have mixed race battalions until after the Vietnam War. There's no way you'd have a black person that's a paratrooper next to white paratroopers. And the reason you should point this out, and I think it would do justice, is the fact that you need to understand the past was horrible so we can appreciate how life is today. But I suppose the developers, they don't want you to know because they want you to hate the present. So they don't want you to know the past. But there is a lot of progress that has been done since that day up until today. I mean, it would be just as ridiculous as having a transgender soldier in World War II. It wouldn't make sense. It would be immersion breaking.
We've got until dawn to achieve our objective.
Well, yeah, it's exactly obvious what I'm saying. It's like there would be all black brigades. Like they had racial segregation. So you'd have like entire black brigades, you'd have entire white brigades, but you wouldn't have mixed race brigades.
And it seems like the Krauts already know we're coming. Now we've got one chance to demolish the coastal artillery. But if we don't...
Exactly as JP said, right? So if you were in Berlin, part of the Red Army, and you would see soldiers committing war crimes, Like making those fellow soldiers angry at you would be a great way of getting shot in the back. So it's not really that simple. It's not black and white. Like most people in that environment would have done what the rest of the majority would do.
The invasion tomorrow will fail. Now I trained you all for this. Let's not let the Navy show us up. So take the casemates, blast the artillery, and fire your flares to let the Navy know the job's done. Alright, this is it. You know the drill. Stand up! Hook in! Stand by! See you on the ground!
The graphics do look beautiful. Yeah, so this part is actually historical. The drops were awful, to say the least, and many soldiers died during the drop. They managed to land in water, in swamps. The parachute got bogged down and it couldn't open properly. So this is actually historically accurate. So you must experience a lot of horror as a soldier because the confusion. I mean, you're dropped off, and if you manage to survive, you have no idea where you are. There's probably no officer around. You can be dropped off somewhere where there's none of your friends around. So there was a lot of confusion in the first hours of the drop. I mean, this would be scary as fuck in a real situation, so... You're dropped, you've got no weapons, you don't know where you are, and the enemy is out there looking for you. Like, trying to hunt you and kill you down, that would be... a very scary experience. I guess they're trying to replicate what worked in the other Call of Duty, where you had that sniper mission, and you had the enemy soldiers and you were hiding around. Yeah, it's kind of like World at War, I think it was called, right? Angry German noise. Angry Deutsche noises. Oh, okay, so I wasn't supposed to hang around there. Ah, shit. Okay, I think I know what to do now. I don't mind the fact that they have a black character in the game, but why not just have it accurate and put him in a black brigade? Like it was supposed to happen. Like you're trying to... The thing is, right, like they will say, oh, it's just a game, so it doesn't have to be historically accurate. And it's like, yeah, sure, but like, why can't you hire a team of historians and allow people to learn a little bit of history while playing the game? Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with people actually learning history from video games? Yeah, I get it, I need to watch the lights. Easier said than done on the hardest difficulty. I think I'm safe if I'm here. And, oh, a super chat. Are the graphics better than Cold War? Cold War had worse graphics. I'm actually enjoying this. I mean, I'm playing on the highest graphics and I think they're good. Okay, he actually leaves after a while. So all I had to do was to wait for him to get out. Okay, so yeah, I think you guys probably know, but in World War II, the way for allies to recognize each other, they had a code word. So one of them would scream thunder, and the other one had to reply flash. So if someone screamed thunder and they didn't reply flash, then they would know it's the enemy, so they would open fire.
Flash! Thunder!
Normally they wouldn't do that. Killing a person that's parachuting was a big no-no. But I guess in this situation it's understandable, like you're under attack and there's no way you can just take a prisoner and escort him to safety and whatnot. So in this particular situation I kind of get the pragmatism of why they would do that. Wait, why can't I? Oh yeah, I can hop over, okay. Yeah, so the Allies shot at Germans parachuting into Crete. I think it was a different circumstance when they were parachuting to invade versus a pilot parachuting off a plane. Yeah, look, my favorite gun found its way back into my hands with only 2 bullets. But yes, the Germans, for example, when they were fighting over London, they would not shoot at the pilots parachuting away from a plane. It was considered to be unsportsmanlike. And Sabaton actually has a song about that. It's called No Bullets Fly. Probably scary for the Germans as well. I mean, look at it. You're sitting here, you know, you're trying to defend the fatherland, and you see so many people just parachuting from the sky, and you realize they're probably all around you. And you don't know when they're going to be attacking. It's probably very scary to be a German soldier as well. Yeah, you could shoot paratroopers because like they're trying to invade. So the reason you wouldn't shoot a parachuting pilot was because it was considered that, okay, well, he's going to land on the ground and he's going to get arrested anyway, right? So it's kind of like shooting a person that has its hands up. But when they're parachuting to invade, then, well, it's an entire battalion of soldiers. Like, they're not surrendering, they're attacking. So I guess that's the difference. A pilot that's parachuting, it's considered that he's surrendering. I mean, he's defenseless. He can't do anything. But an invasion of paratroopers, they're considered to be attacking. Shit. I only have 2 bullets. Like, why is the game making me fight them? Maybe I can. Up. Try to melee him. Be sure to use a full semi-auto. Yes, I will try to. I don't know if World War II weapons have this advanced technology of using full semi-auto. Although, again, I think full semi-auto is a shotgun. It's like an automatic shotgun, that's a full semi-auto. What if I go all the way around? I love how he runs and he keeps the weapon up. Well, only when the Democrats manage to become more powerful do they invent the full semi-auto mechanism, which is considered to be one of the most overpowering type of weapons. That's why the US wants to ban it. I only have 2 bullets. If I start firing now, they will manage to take me out. Maybe I can melee this guy and take his ammo. Let's try that. Okay, now I can... Alright. The thing is, there's a lot of them. So I'll try to do this as stealthily as I can. Like, take them out one by one. What the... Luckily, this game isn't really made for stealth, so they can't really detect you that well when you're sneaking. So I suppose that's going to work in my advantage. But if they catch me now, I'll be dead instantly, because it's the hardest difficulty mode. And they do a lot of damage. Alright, well, I guess that worked. I mean, they butchered history quite a bit. I'll give them this though, like they're trying to say that the game isn't a historical depiction, so they're not trying to replicate history like they did in other games. They're just saying like, oh, well, this is a fictional story from World War II, so. I'm curious why don't I have a bayonet? I think soldiers used to have bayonets in this part of the war. Ah, well. Oh, look, I got another gun. Yeah, but I don't want... I don't want a full semi-auto gun. It's too easy to play with a full semi-auto. It nullifies all your skill. See, this is a real man's weapon, bolt action. What real menu is. A real measurement of skill. I think the whistling comes from the German. Ah! By the way, why did no one thought about this? But like, if the Democrats could have passed a law to get all soldiers to remove their arms, then they could have avoided World War II. Like, all the US had to do was to pass a law and confiscate weapons, and there you go, war over. Like, the Germans would have surrendered their guns, because it's the right thing to do. I got shot from the other side. You use SMG in close quarters? Yes, you would. I understand it's kind of inaccurate at long ranges. Alright. So with my back against the wall, I will not get flanked now. Oh, this is where they came from. I see. Because I thought I was clear. Like, I thought I managed to take all of them from behind. Ah, shit. Damn it. I hope that's the last one. There's one here. Where am I getting shot at from? I is confused. I think like someone from the chat probably noticed where the fire is coming from and go like, V, you're such a dumbass. Why is your sense of observation so poor? Okay, now I see it. I love that on the more difficult levels, you do have a problem with bullets. Like in other Call of Duty games, bullets weren't even an issue. Ah, stop moving. I love it when they listen. Shit, I shot him and he's up. I thought this is a one-shot, one-kill thing. Okay, whatever. Where from now? Oh, Rags is here. Sorry, Rags. Another Rags. Okay, my last 5 bullets. Oh, here we go. I need to get closer. I know this is long range, but it still loses a lot of accuracy from anything that's above medium. I need some bullets. And I wonder if any of these soldiers dropped them. Ah, here we go. Ow. I think that was the last one. Man, I love this gun. It's difficult to see in the dark. Oh, now I have to do all of this all over again. Okay, fine. Whatever. Why would I pick up another gun? Blasphemy. The only gun you need. There is no gun on planet Earth better than this gun. Ooh. Anyone else want some? This guy? Why is he hiding? Okay, now the Rags is. There's 2 of them, right? The game froze. Hello? Why did the game froze? Did my computer freeze as well? No, apparently my computer is still fine. Okay, so the game crashed. How much did I spend for this shit? Why did it crash? I have a really good computer. This shouldn't have happened. When you pay full price for a game. It appears that Call of Duty did not quit properly. Do you want to run it in safe mode? No. I want you to run it in normal mode and run it properly, please. This is how the Germans won. They crashed the Allies' computer. This is what happens when you die, you get booted into the desktop. It's a feature. Well, that would add an interesting difficulty mode. Yeah, if I was Chef Ramsay of the video game industry, I would say that this was fucking raw. Thank you, Abdi. Can you imagine if you pay $120 for a collecting edition and this is how the game runs? Probably some German disliked this video. Or a PETA activist because I'm killing the dogs. really good physics with the bodies. When they fall, they interact with other bodies. So they stack up in a pile. Whoa! What is up with that accuracy? Jesus. Is he having an assault rifle before it was invented? See, I think that was the full semi-auto. Wait, is there something here? I mean, I got this, but I don't like this. Was the Tommy gun invented at this stage in the war? Damn it. Is he there? Did I shot him? Did I get him? I'm scared. Now I got him. God damn it. Come on. Ah, shit. Oh, I survived. I can survive grenades. It's hilarious that Suzus know that I'm black because I put my ID to prove I was over 18 to watch a video once. Yeah, you think she knows, but I don't think the system works that way. Like, I don't think black people have special privileges on YouTube. Look, again. The game froze. And it froze at the same point when you're fighting with the dogs. Okay, you know what? I'll try lowering the graphics level a little bit. Do other streamers encounter this problem? I don't think she knows, dude. Maybe I should put that I'm black so that I also get some of that priority content creator thing going on. They're the dogs of the apocalypse. They're the dogs of breaking the game, it seems. I got the latest graphics drivers, if you're wondering. Best graphics card on the market. There's really no way why this would be happening. Let's try with the settings and see if I can lower the graphics a little bit. Let's lower the quality from ultra to high. I mean, look. I got so much VRAM that I can still use. And I'm only using a little bit, so there's really no reason why the game should crash. I don't think I got the survey thing. No, because if I were to need a new motherboard, I would experience this problem with other games. It's just this game, and it seems to be when the two dogs are spawning. It's kind of interesting, like they hear the gunshot, they still keep going. That's what you get for being in a scripted event, I suppose. Did I get him? Dude, I don't know if I got him or not. I think I got him, yeah. Okay, so I need to survive until the two dogs. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, well, I didn't survive this grenade. Let's try this again. It feels like cheating. They see me camping, they hate it. Oh, you can actually shoot them from this side? It's kind of cool. Whoa. Come on, Wolverine, regenerate faster. Okay, so the dogs are coming. Let's see if the game is going to break. Where are the dogs coming from anyway? Yeah. So the bug is only when the dogs are arriving. I think I know what to do. I'll put the difficulty level on easy and I'll try to just run past this encounter. Yeah, I don't think the problem is not with, like, there's too much shit going on. The problem seems to be with the dogs. Like, it's something with the dog AI, I guess, that's making the game crash. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to change the difficulty of the game. Like, I'll put it on easy, and I'll try to run past this encounter before the dogs are appearing. I did lower the settings, but I don't think it's the settings because it's the exact same point where the game crashes. It's when the dog appears. So there's something happening with the engine, I guess, that's making this crash. I mean, I know they're dogs, but they're German dogs, literally and figuratively, so. Accurate War Simulator would probably be... now I won't get the achievement, man. Accurate War Simulator would probably be you standing on duty, on guard, for 99% of the game and nothing is happening. Okay, so I changed the difficulty on Recruit. I feel ashamed with myself. And I'll try to just run past this without fighting the dogs. Alright, even on easy, you can't just run past. Alright, let's see. Change difficulty. Okay, it is on Recruit. Not how you're supposed to play it. Okay, I got another idea. Hold on. I'll take this. I thought easy mode actually is like invisible mode, but apparently not. You still take damage. I ran out of bullets, shit. at least. Ah, goddamn. I'll go until the next checkpoint and then I'll switch the difficulty again, because I don't want to play on easy. How did they keep spawning from behind me? I thought I cleared the area. Yes, of course I'm reading the chat. Also, don't call me Papa V, that's cringe. Makes me feel old. Isn't there another door here? Ah, takes me back outside, okay. I think I got allies in front. Is that an ally? Yeah.
Thunder! Thunder! Don't shoot!
Damn you, Kingsley! We pegged you as a crowd. Lucky we didn't fill you full of lead.
Also, did you notice that in this game and many other progressive games, only the villains are racist? Like, none of the friendly soldiers are racist. It's just the Germans. Kind of like in reality, right? Like Americans aren't racist at all.
Nice to see you, gents. Where do we stand?
Captain didn't make it, so we're on our own now. I say we dig in and wait for the rest of the 6th Airborne to assemble.
Henry said we had till dawn to destroy the artillery. If we don't, the invasion fails.
So you fancy yourself the captain now?
Sunup's an hour away at best. There's no time for a sit-down.
Yeah, there's also no muscle and no cavalry coming to save the bloody day. The only thing we can do here is to die or try not to.
Hey, you two scrapping over who's got the bigger bollocks ain't gonna solve nothing.
Those German casemates aren't that far away. I think we can get to them in time. So I say we take them out.
The company's scattered. We're pissing in the wind at this point.
You know what's at stake. You all do.
This is madness.
Hey, we're beyond madness. Look, I'm with Arthur. We finished the mission.
All right, Kingsley. Looks like you're in charge now. Casemates and Valhalla are that way.
I bet he wish he would have shot me now. To be honest, it's the logical thing to do, because if you cower in here and the artillery destroys all your allies, you're going to be captured by the Germans anyway, so.
What's the plan, Kingsley?
Let's get a path cleared.
You heard the Sarge. Clear that debris.
Oh, I'm a Sarge, eh?
Operation was a mess from the off.
Hey, Sarge showed up right in the nick of time. Saved our skirty there.
Getting about seats will like it.
Those lights on the cliff. That's the coastal defense battery.
The bridge is well guarded and the bank's too steep.
We secure the bridge then. It's our only move.
You're the boss.
Alright. Could have sniped some from up there, but on hardest difficulty you end up getting shot.
Watch that truck.
British sucks at uniforms. Well, the uniform is supposed to give you cover, camouflage, not to make you look sharp.
At the base. Take him out.
They're falling back! Move up!
Does anyone have ammo?
Come on, let's go! Roger that! No clear shot!
Ooh. I gotta say, the fire effects are really pretty. Ow. Damn it, I hate having AI. Well, I mean allies. They keep going in front of my crosshairs. And if you shoot them, then it's game over. Because it's like, oh, don't do a friendly fire. Why can't I can't direct them to attack. Did I get him? I think I got him this time.
Get down! On Kingsley! Keep him covered! Incoming! Left side! Reloading!
Focus on the depot.
Good.
Jerry's retreating!
Oh, they're retreating. I like the fact that they're not standing until the last man dies. Makes it a little bit more realistic. What type of depot is this with wood? The red beret is actually for the officers, but yeah, you're right. I mean, you wouldn't want to have the officers standing out like with a red beret and stuff. I'm not an expert, but if I was an officer like that, I would take it off during combat. If I'm not mistaken, like the Americans even have a rule that you're not allowed to salute your officer in the middle of combat, because you identify him to your enemies. Ah. It's called the lumberyard. I guess yes, it makes sense if you put it that way.
Empty on that hut! On Kingsley! Keep him covered!
Concentrate fire by the tank.
Jerry's retreating!
I can't see shit. Oh, now I can.
Enemies moving!
Okay, clear. Damn. Okay.
Suppress the half-track MG.
Nice flanking, eh? Ah, damn it. I do have grenades, yes.
Get down! Empty on that hut! On Kingsley! Keep him covered!
Concentrate fire by the tank.
Left side! Jerry's retreating!
Another thing is like you don't really see soldiers retreating all at once. Usually what they want to do is to have some retreating and some staying back to cover the retreat. Because otherwise they just get shot in the back. Shit. Wait, he can patty? Shit, I got patted.
Concentrate fire by the tank! Incoming! Left side! Terry's retreating! Got it!
Ah. Okay, I got another idea now. Hey, you just need to use the right tool for the job. Now I understand the American gun nuts who have like 10 guns. And they're like, well, this gun is in case someone tries to break into my house. This gun is in case someone tries to assault me on the street. This gun is instead if some wild animal appears on my porch. It's like, dude, just use a pistol. I'm like, no. Ah! Okay, reach the checkpoint.
Press the half-track MG!
Wait, I don't think we can take a half track unless we have a panzer track.
Stay on the cart! We can push it forward! Beat that half-track!
Oh, I think I know what to do now. You need to get your friends to suppress the half track and then you can make a run for it.
Suppress the half-track MG! Beat that half-track! Press the half-track MG! Take out the reinforcements! Forward, now! Take the bridge!
They're not good. No, it's not a historical game. They actually say it's fiction. I mean, they say that this battle didn't happen. Or actually, hold on. This one probably did, because it's the memories of this. Yeah, it's the memories of the black guy. And this is actually a historical battle, so I guess like technically this did have happened. The battle, I mean, not the actual characters.
The tower! Suppress that MG!
Dude, you weren't supposed to be here. He wasn't supposed to be there.
Forward, now! Take the bridge!
Yeah, it's a real operation in World War II. Operation Tonga. But the story with like the Phoenix Files and the Nazi officers, that's all made up.
Hit the tower gunner!
On it! Unloading on the MG! I'm out! Reloading!
What? They can die?
Tower! Suppress that MG!
Boxing on the MG! Shooting back!
Ah.
The tower! Suppress that MG!
Boxing on the MG! What's the move, Sarge? Shooting back!
There we go. Now I need to wait for the healing factor to kick in.
The tower! Suppress that MG!
Hitting the MG! Right, keep close to the kill box! I'm empty! Reloading!
Ow.
MG, get out of the open!
The tower! Suppress that MG!
Unloading on the MG!
We need a grenade on that MG!
We're too far! I'm ready, Kingsley!
Healing factor. Wait, why couldn't I tell them to suppress the MG?
Forward, now! Take the bridge!
Press forward! They're falling back! Enemy movement ahead! Jesus Christ! Daniel!
Keep that tower MG down!
Boxing on the MG! Shooting back! Machine gun!
The tower! Suppress that MG!
Hitting the MG! Sarge, whip this here! I'm empty! Reloading!
Why can't I tell them to suppress?
Tower! Suppress that MG!
It's kind of annoying, like you need to see the MG to tell them to suppress it.
We need a grenade on that MG!
We're too far! I'm ready, Kingsley!
See, I can't tell them to suppress it unless I see it, but the MG is firing at me, so if I raise my head, I'm instantly killed. Ah, I managed. Maybe I can see it from this point of view. Oh, checkpoint reached. Okay. Can't tell them to suppress it. Very annoying. Ah, at least the checkpoint is reached. Maybe I can throw the grenade from here.
We need to clear that
There we go.
Bloody excellent stuff! We made it! Alright, let's move. Everyone on that transport.
Yeah, I got past the bug with the dogs.
Well, that was a fucking kerfuffle.
We didn't lost a single man.
Sarge got it done. Still here, aren't we? I suppose.
8 men standing against a Nazi gun fort. Richard said I got mad. Sometimes, a little madness is called for. I think deep down he understood that. And realized we were cut from the same cloth.
I can't throw a grenade in here. Schweinhunde. Yeah, they gave the bug, made the gate crash.
Web went up ahead. Think they're waiting on
I didn't
us,
play
Sarge.
the communist part. I didn't know there's a communist part. I thought it's just 8 men, but apparently we got an entire battalion.
Look at those defenses. Bloody hell. They're waiting at the table up here.
I bet the communist part is going to be cringe as fuck. Give me those.
How's it looking, Sergeant?
Let's see for yourself. get you the lay of the land.
Our targets are the guns housed in those casemates.
And we can only get there through a horde of Germans armed to the teeth.
It's not that bad.
You can handle taking out the lower gun.
I fancy my chances.
That bunker's our way in, but it's packed with MGs.
I'll be a
That looks bad.
push.
First job's getting across that minefield. But that anti-tank ditch could be useful. I've got an idea.
I'm all ears.
We can punch a hole through the mines with those blitzers there.
And the bunker will make mincemeat out of us as soon as they hear the engines coming.
We're going quiet then. No engines. Bail at the last second, let gravity do the work. That should get us.
Oh, look, it's a physician.
Well,
I love it. I think you should go first.
all right then. As soon as you hit the ditch, get the men ready. Tommy, you with me?
Oh yeah, drive through the minefield, take the bunker, strap some thermite and some highly explosive weapons. Piece of piss, Sarge.
And you, get a second sun burning in the sky. If our ships don't see that flare, if they don't know we've won, they'll fire on the guns and risk taking us with them.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think I'll take very little consolation in knowing that the fire that killed me was friendly. Don't worry, Gov. I won't forget to aim up.
I like this guy. This is actually one of the good characters that I see in a woke game. Like, it's a very rare thing to see a well-written character.
Truck's ready. We'll be right behind you. Godspeed, Kingsley.
Tell me they're not hearing any of this. Wow. Well, at least we got cover now. This is actually really cool. I like this. Oh, you got tactical sprint. Nice. Wait, we're not losing a single soldier? Oh my god, we got plot armor.
We've got a job to do. Get out of there.
Yes, Sarge!
He's gone! He's just
Get up, man. Time to move.
Even to wherever represent yourself! Wait on your orders!
We're ready for orders, Kingsley.
On my command, we charge! Charge! Go, go, go!
Alright. Up and over. My god, this would have been probably one of the most horrible things to do in war, like just charge at a machine gun.
Keep your head down there!
Uh-oh. I got a grenade. I got a grenade and a bullet. Yeah, it's just like World War One. Well, in World War One it would have been worse, let's be honest. Pew pew.
Blow that bunker! Push in!
Man, the telling your squad to attack is a very overpowered button.
Ready on the door! Just
Let's
wait
rearrange
on
some
You take the
architecture.
lower casemates. I'll take the upper ones. Don't forget the flare.
Let's move up! Right, Sarge. All right, boys, this is it! You're on me!
Ooh.
Drag it back! We need to clear the door! All right, lads! All of you! With me!
Man, this was a really well made
Press it fire now!
was a really well made character, and the way he died did him justice. Okay, so this game has some really cool sequences in it. I mean, this was really great. I loved it. I actually like Tom.
Take out that half track.
Can you imagine how difficult it would be, like, to see a friend of yours getting killed and you have to compose yourself so you can win the battle? Like, you're not allowed to
They're falling back. Keep pushing.
On the left.
feel the loss, to take it in.
Pin the left half track. Left half track gunner is down.
Ah, shit. He died and he didn't even get a super chat. Such a snake oil salesman, I know. I'm ashamed of myself with my e-begging. Okay. Let's push up. Sorry about that.
Watch that half track. Move.
Oh, I could use my own covering fire. That's kind of cool. Why does this gun have so many bullets? A 64 magazine. That seems a little bit excessive. I don't know if it's real or not. As in historically accurate, but it seems a bit of an overkill. Oh, are those my guys?
Focus your fire. Use the half track.
Why do I have a half track? Oh, and the half track that I was sitting next to started running and it killed me.
Use the half tracks for cover. Push! Over there. Take him out.
Yeah, this half track I just decided to go. Alright. Let's do this. Mobile infantry.
Stay behind the half track.
Combined arms.
She's a target. Move this thing now. Stick on it, lads. Stay covered. Almost there.
Are we allowed to steal German shit? These are not our half track. We stole them. Actually, you know what? It's not called stealing, it's called requisitioning. Oh shit.
Keep pushing, lads.
And they really love getting in front of my crosshairs. Kill him? Is he invincible? Oh, that one wasn't. Throw it back. Can't stand here? Why not? Let me stand where I want. Why is this game thinking he's the boss of me? Okay, I think we can do it. White phosphorus? Jesus fucking Christ, that's a war crime. Look at those screams, Jesus. Yeah, you're doing them a favor if you shoot them at this point. God damn Americans. Fuck me, white phosphorus. Look at this. Ugh. What is wrong with people?
I'll cover ahead while you find a
Look what they did to this place.
Bloody hell, it stinks in here.
Yeah, you threw white phosphorus in it. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? What damn barbarians.
Up ahead now.
Yeah, they have flashlights in this time period. Yeah, this is a war crime simulator. You know, a normal grenade could have done exactly the job. Like, you didn't have to throw white phosphorus in it. My god. I know they're German, but they're still human. Wait, which way now? I'm a little bit stuck. I think this way.
Look at that fucking monster.
I'm starting to understand why that Nazi officer was pissed.
One down, one to go. That's the last of the thermite.
Sarge, I could use your help here.
Wait. God damn it. This is like a labyrinth. Ah, here we go. Do I have motion blur on? I don't think I have motion blur on. Oh, actually, I can put the quality back on ultra. I don't think I have motion blur on. Blah blah blah. No, I don't have it.
Barely see a thing in
There's no motion blur.
Take it slow. What was that? Eyes up.
What? What did I die? You were killed by an enemy with a bayonet? Okay, so I got charged from behind, I guess.
Barely see a thing in here.
Does the smoke grenade get you high?
Sit down, mate.
Um,
But it should connect to the other case, mate.
it gets global warming inside your body.
What was that? Eyes up.
Yeah, that's what killed me. Well, they have a right to be pissed. I mean, white phosphorus, Jesus Christ. What's next? Are we going to use trench gun?
Now every crowd knows we're here.
I think they knew. Those white phosphorus screams, they have a particular allure to them.
God, that was close. Thanks, Sarge.
You know, at this point, if I was a crowd, I would just surrender.
Grenade! Get down!
Although, then again, given the fact they used white phosphorus, I wouldn't trust them as keeping me a war prisoner. The grenade came from here, so where's the soldier that threw it? Why is just the two of us here?
The rest is up to us.
Why don't we have like an entire squad? See, you could have done it with a normal grenade, you sadistic fuck.
Case made it clear. How are we blasting this one? We're out of thermite. I'll feed it to Bangalore.
It's going to go boom. Wow, he even has the
Let's get up top before
courage to close it. Yeah, this is going to go really boom.
Go! Get out and fire the flare! Sergeant, the flare! Bombardment's any minute!
What if it doesn't shoot? Like, what if it's a dud? I don't want to shoot it, you know? Let the bombardment commence. Oh, they actually do shoot you if you don't use the flare. Okay.
Up top before this thing explodes.
Wait. I got some munition. Give me a sec. Alright. Going on top now.
You have the flare, Sarge? Bombardment! Go! Get out and fire the flare! Sergeant, the flare! Bombardment's
The
any
war
minute!
criminals did their job.
Damn! Flare's ruptured.
You gotta be fucking joking!
Where's Webb?
I told you it could be a dud.
There! Lower case, mate!
Incoming! Get down! Going for Webb's flare!
Friendly fire.
Cover!
We need to run for it!
Yeah, this is such a fucked up situation. I gotta say, the campaign is actually good. What it's got this moment is good. So the Nazis are shooting at me, okay. And the Allies are shooting at me. I'm starting to think everyone wants me dead. Oh, these are Nazis. Alright, fuck. I did not play this before. Okay, that's my ally. Those are the Nazis. No indecking for you. Stop shelling me, Florida man.
Webb? Webb! Where the hell have you been? Funny time to take a kip.
I was just waiting for some mad bastard to come and save the day.
Well, let's you and I signal our boys, shall we?
Why are you talking instead of firing the thing?
We'd lost our captain, but we'd won the day. And we'd honored the memory of all those we lost, the only way we could, by completing the mission. You look at the soldiers under your command, and hope that they can do the difficult thing, the impossible thing. That flare told me I'd been right. This is what it means to be a leader.
So I like the second part. The first part of the campaign was really
All the
cringe.
flags waving on the streets. We'd never have known the Nazis were about to lose the war. But bullies are always loudest when they're scared.
Did you use white phosphorus? Don't talk about bullies.
Commander Hermann Freisinger had killed Novak. And he'd given us a free ride. Right into the lion's den.
By a German army since Allied troops stormed the shores of Europe. The Führer asked the German people.
I was curious what the Führer asked the German people.
Read the field report twice. This Allied team is fascinating. They have been captured.
But it was too close.
Diversity was their strength.
I want you to find out everything you can about this unit. It will be my pleasure, sir. You will speak of this to no one else and report directly to me. Al Hitler.
Yeah. You can see he's a bad guy because he goes like, meh.
Right, it is, everyone. This prison is now a battlefield.
Schneller, schneller. You know, there's actually a Romanian song, Schneller, Schneller. That's as good.
They think it hides the smell of death.
Well, as a communist, you would know everything about concentration camps and smells of death, wouldn't she?
This is the nicest shithole I've ever been in.
Wait, why don't they even separate the woman from the man? Why would they lock them in the same place?
So, I am Hauptsturmführer Richter, and
Piss off, crowd. Unless you got room service for us.
I have questions for you.
How are we gonna eat bloody questions?
I'm the commanding officer. You'll speak with me. Even then, Richter was easy to read. Uniform said high rank, no combat medals. Office rat. The perfect mark. Surrounded by 3 guards, all armed, and all wankers.
Yeah, it's a new game. Feel free to send super chats if you like this.
I have never come across such an unusual unit.
Kingsley. Arthur. Lieutenant. Service number 25232642.
Tell you a story. I have spoken with the Führer on exactly one occasion. He recommended a book to me. The Passing of the Great Race. By an American. A man named...
Oh, there we go. He's doing the racismus.
The Führer
Yes.
had nothing but praise for him.
White people evil. They're oppressing you, black man. Why don't you work with us?
Fuck Madison Grant. And everyone like him.
The book reveals that under extreme duress or unfavorable conditions, your people do not deteriorate so easily.
In that moment, I knew what I had to do.
I had
Right to the
to
superstar
quote.
block.
You know what he could have done? Look, I'll tell you what he could have done. He could have made a machine to the future, read Robin DiAngelo's book, and then quote it back at the Nazi. And then the Nazi would have checked his white privilege. He would realize he's in a position of power and he would have to share his wealth equitably with the rest of the world. And he could have ended World War II. If only the wisdom of Robin DiAngelo and the power of Coca-Cola could have reached these people, it could have ended World War II.
Oh, the clavicle. Once we had what we needed from this racist bastard, that's where I would put my knife. My plan began to take shape. We were being held in the basement of Gestapo headquarters. Around and above us was a treasure trove of classified Nazi intelligence. Project Phoenix had to be there somewhere.
Dude, around and above was the entire Nazi military.
He thought he was the interrogator. If he was to be of any use to us, he'd have to keep thinking that. That arrogant Nazi in his clean-pressed uniform loved the sound of his own voice.
Hey, super chat. Why do Americans still have
Spilling what he knew of
a hard-on for World War II 80 years after it happened? I don't think it's just Americans. I mean, most cultures have books written about World War II. It's just that the Americans can make video games and movies. But it's a fascinating part of human history. So I don't mind that they enjoy, especially, I guess like World War II is what made the United States a powerhouse. Because every other nation was completely fucked by the war, but because the war didn't take place on American soil, they managed to rebuild and they become a dominant power in the entire world. So yeah, it's no wonder that they like World War II.
Project Phoenix. The hard part would be convincing the others not to kill him first.
The Allies somehow knew about Project Phoenix. You must have a traitor amongst the officers.
I pulled their files.
Take care of them with the other non-essentials.
Coca-Cola was busy inventing Fanta. That is so true. That is so true. For those of you who don't know, they couldn't sell Coca-Cola into Germany because it was an American brand. So they invented Fanta and they sold that into Germany instead. And by the way, look, Kubusk, look. I'm getting you in trouble with your government. You're not allowed to see this, Kubusk. This is bad for you. Even in a video game, this is really bad, Kubusk. It's going to get you arrested. You naughty, naughty German. Hey, look, the Germans can be diverse. They can have women. Oh, don't tell me the woman is the spy. Oh, I see. The woman is the spy.
Lieutenant Kingsley mentioned a Project Phoenix.
Or maybe not.
Likely Allied propaganda. The Negro thought he was protecting his team. No doubt to prove himself.
To make him their leader. The Allies must have been desperate.
No, the Allies must be written by a woke corporation. Like, that never happened in World War II. Again, it's important to know how bad the past was to appreciate the present.
He said it was their first mission. That his sixth man is dead.
He's probably lying.
I will uncover the truth.
Are there other teams like this one? How did they learn of harm?
What? Okay, so the team is made by one soldier of every nation in the Allied force. So you have a British soldier, you have an American, an Australian, a Russian, right? Why would you do something that there makes no sense? And they're treating it like it's a supernatural team, like it's such a powerful and strong team. It's just like, dude, they would be considered commandos, terrorists, and executed on the spot. The Nazis would actually execute commandos. They considered them to be non-legal combatants.
Is Tempelhof at risk of being compromised? These are the things I need to know. There's more at stake here than I'm at liberty to discuss. Just know that I'm counting on you, Herr Richter.
The Richter scale. He brings down the earthquakes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's literally TVUN. Oh my god, that is the best chat that I have got all night. Yes, they are Team United Nations.
So,
what's a commando? So they would be kind of like special soldiers that would be deployed behind enemy lines in order to cause havoc, like destroy railways, do terror amongst the population, destroy supplies, that type of thing. So obviously when they were caught, they would be considered to be non-combat personnel. So even if they would surrender, they would still be executed. The Germans considered them terrorists. Again, doesn't make sense. Why would they lock the woman with them in the room? I mean, wouldn't they have like a separate prison for women? Wouldn't any of the guards try to go funny with the lady?
Yes. That's a good sign at least.
Don't make a fuss. I'm fine. Listen. They know about Wade.
Well, I guess the reason they didn't break his fingers is that he can still hold the gun at the last level.
They haven't caught him yet.
I told him he was killed, didn't you?
On the train to Hamburg. I don't think they'll fall for it, but the hope is it'll buy him some time to get us out.
He isn't coming back for us.
That's right, Kingsley. We can't count on that fucking Tonga.
bring out the girl.
Oh, the Mädchen.
She ain't going no.
Why World War II is still such awe to Americans even today? It's because of two things. One, solidified US strength, military and economic wise, exactly what I said. Two clear winner of good versus evil, despite the U.S. government bringing over Nazi scientists after the war. Well, um, I think it also managed to unify the nation, right? Because you had every single American citizen and they had a clear enemy, so they didn't focus on their differences whatsoever. It was like, okay, we need to win the war. And just so you know, like the war effort in the US was such successful that a lot of the money was actually given by people through donations. So it wasn't through taxes or anything, but you could actually buy war bonds and the money would go to support the troops at home. And everyone would just buy war bonds in order to pitch in their war effort. And a lot of people also volunteered for the war. So they did it out of principle. It's such an amazing society compared to what we have today. Because everything was, like, well, not everything, but most of the things were done voluntarily. Like even gathering money from civilians, even gathering recruits for the war. I mean, they would know how bad the war is, but they would volunteer anyway because it was like their patriotic duty.
Just get out of my way.
It's also interesting that none of them point out that she's a communist. Like the Germans, they had obviously a lot of anti-Semitism and they were against the Jews, but what they hated, in my opinion, even more than the Jews, like they had a far disgust, was the communists. To the point where they would actually execute commissars even if they surrendered.
Every person on this team was a hero in their own right, long before their files ever reached my desk. But to say they were strong personalities would be a vast understatement. Particularly when it came to Paratrooper.
Victoria, have you seen my... Again? It's bad enough I have to wear this thing at all. No, it's flammable.
Wow, they live in luxury for communists.
Lazier's teaching me how to shoot. Wasted. Stuck in a med tent.
See, this is something else that's very Hollywoodian. Like, most people would be glad to be stuck in a med tent. Like, you're healing people. Alright, like, you need to be a complete psychopath to be in a med tent healing people. And it's like, why am I not in the war? Why am I not killing people? I don't think anyone thinks like that. It's just like a Hollywood trope. And if you do think like that, you're a fucking psycho.
Don't be in a rush to fight, Dutch. Glory is worth nothing when you're dead.
But this fight, it matters.
Yeah, but she's like literally contributing to this fight more than other people. I mean, the skills of being a nurse or a doctor, whatever she is, are incredibly valuable. The act of just picking up a gun and firing at an enemy is something that the overwhelming amount of people can do.
You matter. You and Misha are all I have left.
Honestly, the roles in this are such reverse. Like, this would probably be a mother looking after a son. And like the son wants to go to battle, he's bullheaded. The girls in his town are calling him weak and a coward because he doesn't go to war. And he's like, yeah, I want to go into the battle. And the mother girl's like, no, you know, you're the only one I have left. Don't do this. Like, the mother would be the empathetic one. But here you have the roles actually reversed. First super chat ever. Well, thank you, KH. I would give it to someone else, but you're the only one streaming, so here you go. You know what? I should be offended and be like, oh, so I'm not good enough for you, KH? I'm not raising myself to your standards? But I will take it. I appreciate it. I really do, KH. Thank you for the donation.
Hey, be nice.
I'm always nice.
Oh yeah, maybe it is the mother. Why do I assume the gender?
That there. Empty bottles?
I'm training fresh weapons.
Dude, I can't tolerate the gore of the med tent. I'll take my chances with being shot at the front lines rather than being in the med tent. there is gore on the front lines, but secondly, you get used to it. I'm telling you this. Like, when I was to med school the first time I saw a human body, it was a little bit like, ugh. But after a while, you just get used to it.
Our comrades already know how to drink.
These will be Molotovs.
Is it wise to give explosives to civilians?
Natasha, you worry too much.
Spend time with family. I love it, like objective. Ugh, such a conservative game, such reactionary. This is a very, very wealthy family. I guess it kind of makes sense because she's like a nurse. So, but for communist Russia, this is obscenely wealthy. It's probably what the Americans they probably didn't do research on how it was like, but it's like what an American would think things would look like in a communist country. Yeah, the rifle, like, this is something that I don't know, but given the fact that there were soldiers that didn't have rifles because of shortages, it's kind of weird to see a civilian with one, but fine, whatever.
Ouch, сеструха, that hurts.
You did that well enough yourself.
Теплячка.
Oh my god, they have China. Like, this is a luxury for that time period, to have actual China and to serve tea or coffee with it.
Both.
I'm going to be late.
Sit!
Ooh.
Now there.
The mother got
Isn't
angry.
that nice? Real family breakfast.
Bombs and bullets. Best way to start the day.
You know, you're gonna get yourself killed having that old...
This is what modern commies think the USSR was like. That is such a spot-on comment. Are you Russian, by the way? I'm really curious.
rifle in the house, Papa.
Now who is worried too much?
So, the Germans are approaching the front line. Is that where you're off?
No, he told me that's not where I'd be the most useful. So I'm training recruits at the old post office.
Must be nice.
And it would have been nice to have a choice in them.
My god, like, no one thinks like this. I mean, the idea, okay, you're going to war, fine. But if you're placed in logistics or you're placed of training people, I don't know, like, how many were like, okay, well, I want to be on the front line. Even, like, when you're on the front line, most nations, whenever they could, they would only let people serve for, like, 3 or 4 days, and then they would rotate them. Like, you wouldn't just stay on the front lines for months on end. Like, again, unless you didn't have a choice. Like, maybe in Russia it was different. But the people on the front line would be scarred for life. I mean, imagine being shell-shocked. Imagine seeing your comrades being torn to bits. Like, that is something that just mentally breaks a person.
At least you get to
Oh,
fight.
don't tell me at least, you?
Watch it! You're both doing your part. Which reminds
The only
me,
sensible person in the room is the mother.
those Ублюдки get past you. You know where to send them.
Of course.
Look at this. This is Hollywood bullshit. This is how Adam Baldwin killed a person. I mean, look at this. It breaks literally every single gun safety code. He is taking the gun, he is cocking it, he is pointing it on his son. He is keeping the finger on the trigger. What the fuck is this?
They will never get through. Never. Please.
This man doesn't deserve to have a gun.
Boss. I swear, he would forget to keep his own head screwed on without us.
We really are saints.
Honestly. I'll make sure he gets this on the way to the med tents.
You could have just shouted after him, you know.
Much more than you know.
Imagine trying to save someone alive as a medic and failing. That would crush me more than killing an enemy. No, because you get used to it. And even then, like, you know, you're not Jesus Christ. Like, you have your own limitations, which are by the technology and the tools provided to you.
And you make your old man proud.
Спасибо,
Dude, people weren't this happy under socialism. What the fuck? Where's the picture with Stalin? They would need to have a picture with Stalin in their house. Ah, they have a bust.
It's been a while since I played this.
You were a natural. I miss hearing you play.
There's no communist.
Misha and I were so little in this photo.
There's no communist insignia, nothing. Oh, look, the picture with the Stalin. Okay, fine, there is. I didn't see it. Look how luxurious the China is, my god. Yeah, so I'm in a bourgeois family, like, really, oh my god, look at this. The only reason you'd have this amount of obscene wealth is if you had connections to a party member or you were in the party member yourself.
Your old chair.
Never. It's comfy enough for
Look how luxurious this is. My god, look, dude, no way the communists would allow this guy to live like this. Do you know how many people could fit in this place? It looks more like Italy than Russia, yes. Like, this looks Italian, you're absolutely correct. Everyone here is obscenely wealthy. And the building is in good repair. Yeah, this house is bigger than Hitler's bunker. Good point, Kubisk.
You think the Germans will push into the city?
Not when you're out there fighting.
Milemoy, the new partisans I'm training will crush them before they get close.
I believe it. Good luck out there.
What do you mean partisans? What are partisans in Poland? Man, they don't look Russian at all. Am I even in Russia? Maybe I'm in Ukraine or something.
Something smells good over here.
Oh, Pauline, I saved a loaf for your family.
The conquest of bread.
Your father has been bothering me for some borodins.
Of course, yes.
Wait, I got objectives.
I'll come by and grab it later.
Be safe at work, Paulina.
You know, like, Russia was going through, like, an economic disaster at this point? This doesn't look like an economic disaster to me.
Something?
You're a lifesaver.
I know.
Misha Trigger.
I should be going with you.
You probably should.
I have more practice than any of these red army tabaki.
Keep your voice down. You don't want to make enemies here.
Fine. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Couldn't even if I tried. My aim is shit compared to you.
Of course, you're not a woman in a woke game, so.
Trade places. That would look great in that uniform.
At least try to make it back from your bomb making. One piece, several pieces, it's fine. I'm pretty good at putting people back together.
Yes, ma'am.
You've made me late again. I'll have to take the rooftops.
Everything in this story would make sense if the roles were reversed in every single situation.
Self-kill climbing.
I promise you can say I told you so if it happens. Now go!
Go ahead.
Yeah, the Russian soldiers are unrealistic. Everything is unrealistic about this. This is again, this looks more like Italy than Russia. And by the way, there's another thing that I noticed with Western entertainers. If this were to take place in Germany, they would have like swastikas or, you know, the German cross or Nazi propaganda on every wall. But this takes place in Russia and almost zero communist propagandas. Like, do you see the hammers and sickles? Do you see the pictures of Stalin? If there are, I definitely miss them. Yeah, finally a red star. Okay, there is one red star. Wait, which way do I need to go? Oh, press tab. Okay. use the rooftops to reach the medical corps. I need to use the rooftops to go to the medical corps. Is this normal? Is this what people do in Russia? Like you climb a house and no one notices?
Good morning.
Morning, Paulina. How is your father's leg?
Finally improving. Thanks.
Only evil people put their flag and face everywhere. Glorious Russians don't do that. Yes. Only evil people put their flags everywhere. Oh my god, yes, you're absolutely right. We solved the mystery. Only evil people put their flags.
Don't worry. The Red Army will handle it.
Red, be careful out there.
What the fuck is this dialogue? Look how wealthy he is! Everyone is wealthy! Oh my fucking god. Like, the woke people who made this game are so clueless about the past. Oh look, it has a Matryoshka doll. Clearly Russian. Okay, now I know I'm in Russia because of the Matryoshka doll. Russians aren't that friendly even to this day. What the fuck is this game? Yeah, to be honest, I'll tell you this. Like, this is not an Eastern European vibe at all. And I'm telling you because I'm from Eastern Europe, alright? So when you have a building that's as big as this, you don't have people down talking to each other and a woman singing on a violin and shit. No, like, usually people ignore each other. Like, they would just walk on the street and just not even nod to each other. Like, not even notice. Unless they know each other really well, then they might stop for a chat. But what I'm talking about is, like, you don't have this level of activity in Eastern Europe. Because I grew up in a place like this. This is Italy, alright? Like, if this was Italy, then yes, the culture would be more like this. People are more... I mean, think about it, right? You live under a dictatorship. Communism... Oh, look. There are some flags. Okay, but they're there. Communism is an oppressive dictatorship. And most people were afraid that other people would try to get them super cancelled. So you could have a friendly conversation with someone, and you could say something offensive, and then that person could report you, and you'd end up in prison. So because of that, most people just avoided talking to each other. They wouldn't trust anyone, even their neighbor. So unless it was extremely important, you just wouldn't talk to someone else. Yes, getting friends might get you killed, exactly. Stopping for a chat could get you a winter vacation. But yeah, so I love this communist version of Italy. Okay, now we see the flags, but I guess like this makes sense because it's a public building. But the propaganda would have been everywhere. In people's homes, in the apartment block, like everywhere you would see these flags. It's not like one or two like you see here. It was required by law that you had a picture of Stalin in your house. And again, it's also like virtue signaling. It's like to pretend that you're a really good communist so that everyone else leaves you alone. Okay, back in the day, glass wasn't made like we have glass today. What I'm trying to say is that glass was very fragile, and if you tried to walk on it, you would die. You didn't have like the level of reinforced glass. I mean, maybe the technology existed, but it wasn't common. So if you tried to walk on something like this, you'd die. Like the glass would break. There's no way it would support you. Why am I using the rooftops to go around places? Ah, the T-42.
Truck broke down. This way's blocked. Move along.
What? So if the truck broke down, why can't I? That makes no sense. Who does this? Like, is this normal in Russia? Like, people crawl under places and... Wait, why don't you just take the roads?
The medical officer will assign you. She's down the other side of the front.
Is society putting walls in front of me because I'm a woman? Sabotage the communists. The civilians were left alone in glorious Russia. People had rights, had their property, their villas, their homes, yes. Oh, look how beautiful Russia is, man. Oh my god. So when you go into Germany, like when you went to Berlin, it was dark and ominous. But in Russia, it's so beautiful and picturesque. Oh my fucking god. So Berlin, very dark, very gloomy. You can see the oppression. Oh my god. Like, why didn't you let me just take the scenery in a little bit? See, now the Germans are coming and they're bringing the gloominess of Berlin.
Mr. Petrova, we'll need you down by the first stand. Plenty of men that need catching up today. Go ahead, join the others.
Why weren't they prepared for air raids? Yeah, I mean this doesn't look good. Get home. Yoing. The Luftwaffe. Okay, wait, which way? I don't know which way, damn it. Mostly peaceful air raid? Is this what CNN is going to say? Oh. What? I can't jump here, so... Meh. Running from planes doesn't help you that faster. Yeah, neither shooting at planes doesn't work. I don't know what that guy is thinking. Oh, this way, alright. Planes are actually not very good at killing individual soldiers. I mean, they're good at taking out buildings and tanks, but... Okay, nice. Why don't we have anti-air guns? Dude, all of this window would be broken by now. I love how she's the only one that figured this place out. Like, no one else is running on the rooftops besides her. She's the only one that knows parkour. Oh, I see what I need to do. Yeah. Use your femininity power. It's a woke game. You can't do it. Communists are bad at anti-air. For Stalin. See, now this place looks more like Russia. Now it looks a little bit more. You know, any normal person would just hide from the air. Like seriously, any normal person would just hide from the air bombing, and when it's over, then you go home. Like that's what a normal person would do. It's not like you can do anything if you get home. Oh, look at that. Ow.
You help your country more than you know. And you make your old man proud.
You know, this is what the Russians did to Poland. But the game portrays them as the good guys. This is not normal. This should be in Poland. It shouldn't be in Russia. Look at Kumas. believe that the Germans can make a dad. What? It's just like a German dad. The German can't wrap his mind around it. Well, to be honest, yes, like the Germans wouldn't be able to do so much in the war if they made dads, so I guess.
Get back inside, Mädchen!
See, at least the German is more understanding. It's like, yes, woman, go back inside.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, you're right, you're right. It's not my house though, dude. Tell me to go back inside, but it's not my place. Wait, when did the German soldiers go? Like, did they teleport here? Like, how does this work? How does this work in the mind of the woke? Like, you send the airplanes, alright, I get that. No anti-air, alright. And then the Germans teleported. Like, they discovered the chronosphere. I thought that's an ally invention. Did the Germans actually steal gold? I mean, I guess, but really at this scale? I know the Russians would, like when they invaded Romania, they would steal people's watches. There's actually like a Romanian saying, from Nistru to Tisa, davai watch, davai palton. Like, davai watch, davai coat. It's like, every time you would go out of your house, my grandmother said, they would rob you. And they had entire legs and arms covered with watches. And they also raped the women. Like, there were a lot of women which would try their best in order to go with a kid, in order to dissuade them from raping. Like, for example, my grandmother said that she was, like, her mother would always take her when they were going outside to the market. And usually, like, the Russians would leave them alone, but there was, like, this Russian guy apparently, like, saw that my grandmother was there, and he looked a little bit disappointed that it was a woman with a kid. But then one of the neighbors came out, and she was a woman, so they immediately pushed her into the cornfield and had her work there, so... yeah, whatever. War is fucked. You know that if you do this, you actually endanger the entire community and the tenant. Oh look, this is a good representation of Stalin with blood over him. Yeah, she's got that toxic masculinity going. This shotgun is a historical abomination. What, so you're telling me the Germans didn't use trench guns? What the fuck is this gun? We have a bolt. I need a bolt action. I guess we don't have one. Alright, fine. Yeah, weird ass shotgun. I don't know. Is this a real weapon? Like, did this actually exist? Where's the... oh, I shot her as well? My bad, sorry. I didn't mean to. Which way? Oh, I go up. I kind of realized like the explanation why the Nazis teleported there. I guess she was hit in the head and lost consciousness. Okay, fine.
Search everywhere. Flush out the Russian vermin. Round them up.
They wouldn't say Russian vermin. They would say communists.
That was a mistake, old man.
Yeah, this is just dumb. I mean, he was like, oh, my god, these Germans, they're so nice. I mean, they have a guy shooting at them, and instead of fighting back, it's like, oh, you're coming with us? Like, they're actually taking prisoners? My god. For a father with 2 children, he's taking unnecessary risks is all I'm saying. Wait, which way? Oh, look, war crime. So why did they take him? Just to get him into the street and shit. Kill the invaders? You mean pretend I'm polished? Is that it? I like this gun. No one in this game has said communist, no. So the Germans are Nazis, but the communists are Russian. Very interesting. Fuck. I got a futuristic looking gun here. These are not even shells. What is she loading it with? Wait. Where's the... Okay. Ow. I think this is the power of the full semi-auto. Dude, this is overpowered as fuck. I think this might be the best gun in the game. For small and medium range encounters, of course. Wait, are there any bullets here? Because it shows me like there might be a cartridge left. Right. I'm also surprised that no one screams it's like, it's a woman, because this would be like quite shocking for the Germans, but fine. Ah. Too many. Black Ops 1 when the entire game was bad-mouthing communism. Those days are gone. Yeah, probably. Do you know they changed in the Webster dictionary the definition of fascism? So the first definition of fascism was an authoritarian government. Now it's a right-wing authoritarian government. Man, I'm good. Alec Baldwin should take notice. Well, clearly he shouldn't play this game because the gun safety in this game is atrocious. Ah, shit. No, I'm not kidding you with this definition. It's actually true. They changed a lot of definitions. Even like sexual identity and sexual orientation, they changed that as well. When you had, what was her name? The lady that was running for the Supreme Court. And she said the sexual orientation and they freaked out. Did I have the future gun? Ow. Nah. Oh, they're speaking Nazi. Oh shit, shit, shit. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I am ready. Paulina, keepsake rifle cannot be dropped. Let's see. I love also the voice acting. Like the Germans are evil. My forces will crush this pitiful resistance. Papa, why were you a Damas, Papa? All you had to do was to stay in your house and wait. That's literally what you had to do, Papa.
I should have been here, Papasha.
Well, honestly, if she was, yeah, she could have saved the entire village. Like, she's going to win the war. You're going to kill Hitler.
Take care of each other.
Ugh, smells like vodka. Actually, that is true. There is a surprisingly low amount of vodka. Can I press F to pay respect? If you search communism, you won't find the word authoritarian in the results. I'm not surprised.
Tell Mama I'm off to save Misha. As usual.
6 years in med school. Just to shoot the gun. Like any grunt. Can you imagine if a general does the same? It's like, no, I don't want a desk job. I want to be out there. I want to go fight. I want to shoot people. Wait. Is this Stalingrad? Get the fuck out. Please tell me this is not Stalingrad. This way. Okay, I need the interior gun. Dude, look how small this. There's no way she would fit. I guess the reloading time is the only downside of this gun.
Ich werfe eine Granate!
Er ist getroffen! Na los!
Anyone else?
Schmeiße eine Granate!
Wir wurden getroffen! Verboten halten!
Meh. Anyway, I'll stop here. Because it's, as you can see, it's almost 4 a.m. I appreciate the super chats, and we'll finish this probably not tomorrow, but the day after, because tomorrow is wicked stupid, and I usually have a